player by the name of Billy Cunningham at Erasmus High School.
Yes. Turnover. Here comes Mays on the drive to the left hand. Nicely done.
They really expect him to be a real major.
Kentucky.
See, though, as long as he doesn't turn the ball over and he gives him some minutes.
Mays, good look. Drops into three.
We talked about it, Dave. He can make that three. He's a halftime.
Mays on the drive left, open for two.
Nobody rotated over defensively to take away the driving angle.
Gave up 28 offensive rebounds. Now a turnover. Julius Mays leading the way. Transfer from out of Wright State. Knocks it down.
He can shoot the ball. He's a guy that got the extra year, graduated out of Wright State.
Played that one last season. We've seen it used a lot. A turnover.
They got to convert off that turnover.
Nice play by Goodwin to find Mays for three.
He can shoot the ball. He was a pretty good shooter when he played at Wright State.
Mays. And Kentucky perfect from outside the arc. 3 for 3. 2000. 8 teams in the Patriot League now. BU and Loyola, Maryland. They've done an excellent job when they get in the half court of finding Kyle Wilcher and isolating on him.
Well, and not only being a little quicker in the basketball, but physically just pushing Kentucky under the basket gives them better position.
I could be upset that time. Officials don't like to really be a part of the game that way, but just got caught on the court, so it's in play.
Nice recognition by Mays. Sean Woods is up off the bench, taking a timeout.
Conference. Look at Noel. Nice handling of the ball.
Pretty curl by Mays.
Defenses again by LIU. Back into that 2-3.
Mays for three.
He's made a couple of big threes.
Great crossover. But how about a battle of the threes? Mays for the Cats. Packed house. John Hood into the basketball game for Kentucky as the Wildcats have gone 3 guards, but it's Mays to one of the 2 bigs. Alex Poitras is in that category as well. Nice defense by Goodwin. Polson ahead to Mays.
How about that pass by Polson? Noel wants it down inside.
Nice kick out from Goodwin.
Mays has got some kind of nice three-point shot, doesn't he?
Not been able to get many to go down. Wilcher, nice feed.
Well, Mays is lighting it up tonight, isn't he?
And the Wildcats come back home to take on Baylor next Saturday.
I think one of the things you've got to look at the end of this November-December period before they start conference play.
Go back and hurt them on the glass. I mean, Maryland really ripped them apart on the glass.
Mays with a shot fake steps in and knocks down the 12-footer from the baseline.
That was a really good skill move right there. University's about.
And he's even got the blackout going tonight.
Yeah, the blackout in town.
Everybody in the stands getting a black T-shirt. The Irish wearing black jerseys. But right now, it's the Wildcats who are winning the ball game on the court as Mays knocks down a three. Corner three is there for Mays. Just the second three in 10 attempts for Kentucky. This is the jumper, and down with the rebound is Goodwin for the Cats. Mays in the corner with another three. Number 3 on to Cooley. 6:40 to go and a 16-point lead for Notre Dame. Mays is feeling it and knocks down another one.
Why not? That three will give you some momentum.
Mays from the wing, and that's a three. He's been hitting him the last couple of games. Mays.
Oh, he hits the three. That's what Brock Oliver might be doing as well.
Poitras with a good rebound. 3-on-2. They've got numbers.
Nice skip pass from Polson. And that's one of the few times that we have seen Mays put it on the... Green's one of those guys that can that can turn a shoot-around into a double elimination tournament. Mays hits out of the timeout. Tell you what, Noel back in there working in the low post. Mays, that's a sweet shot off the window.
And missed by College Stein. Gets his hometown school. Julius Mays, good shot fake from near the free throw line, hits the jumper.
Length and athleticism that you have to have an awareness. When you get in the middle of the paint, the Wildcats will flurry or for the ball.
Mays into the lane, scores.
Very impressed multiple times now. This is a team that when you throw it, they shoot from the outside, and today 2 of 7 from behind the arc.
Mays little curl play scores.
And that's where Mays has been outstanding. Not assuming that your teammate is going to score.
Mays gets it back from Wiltshire, goes baseline, and scores off the glass.
Portland was playing for the reverse layup instead.
Wildcats defense made it very tough on the Pilots. Kentucky played hard here in the second half. In particular, Julius Mays hits a 3.
Great execution.
Got to guard. Here they forced the turnover. Harrell hit hard, and he's down on the deck. And Kentucky with a chance to complete the three-point play.
That's by Hurt. Oh, what a terrific job by Harrell to come back and knock that ball loose and come up with it.
Glover couldn't get the turn to go, and there's Cauley Stein with another rebound.
Now that's good silent communication, okay?
Mays goes on a flare to the corner. Little two-man game with Wiltshire. Mays and one. Julius Mays.
Has not been working this afternoon. He had the opportunity to take a look, but he decides to go right-hand drive to the middle.
Got to hit one sometime. Mays, yes, that could be the confidence builder the transfer from Wright State needed. He had been bagel from the floor. 0 of 6, but stepped into that one confidently and brings his team.
Shot clock at 5. Force 3 goes. Run out. Julius Mays hits his first 3.
Kim is from Michigan, played at Saginaw Valley State, so he's got it in his genes.
Mays steps into a 3. If Gilchrist will give me a ride to Stanford?
No, he will not.
Well, good, because the games at USC would have been lost anyway. There's a 3 from Julius Mays. He's got a baker's dozen now. Filling out the stat sheet tonight. 11 boards to go with 11 points.
Tonight for Harrell from 3. Came into the game shooting only 3 of 16. So really starting to get comfortable from the arc.
And to leave it for Noel. Moats active on the glass. Odom gets it. Dejon Parker for 3, and it rattles out. Odom another chance. It's blocked by Mays out of bounds. Vanderbilt will keep the ball. Can't hit the shot. And Noel gives it to Harrell, and Kentucky has it back. Mays firing for 3, and he's got it.
See, that's what Kentucky can do.
Single-handedly brought Kentucky back in that game.
There's Julius Mays. That's a good sign. His first field goal. It's a 3 for it. Noel with those long arms brings it in. Mays for 3.
Life, pushing it up the floor, throwing it to Julius Mays, who plays a little string music. Clay Matvick.
Mays got his man in the air. He'll take the baseline jumper. And it goes. Mays will take this one. Got it.
And gets his feet set, pointed towards the rim on the catch. He was shot ready. The pass on time and on target.
Skylar McBee in the lineup for Tennessee, guarding Mays. He's going to take another 3 over McBee, and he got it.
Back-to-back triples by Mays. Out of the lineup, but back-to-back threes by this guy has given Kentucky a 6-point lead with 3:51 to play.
Zone. They didn't play a ton of zone in the first half. That was a floater to Mays, and he makes it count. Just the second three of the game for Kentucky.
You don't want those guys to come in early. It really helps those veteran players that can stay around longer.
It would, but these agents are such scumbags, as you know that. They just want their percentage of the money. Matt, you know that.
Poorly, as they did in their game against Texas A&M the last time out. They were down 11 at halftime in that one. And Mays with a three.
Well, I think we got the point, though.
Guys, I spoke with Kyle Wilcher today. He told me, he said he was in a funk. Nice shot. He said he was in a funk, and he spent a lot of time in the gym.
Offensively here in the second half. Gets the offensive rebound and kicks it out. Mays got a three.
That's a hard shot to make by Mays, Brad. His right foot was way in front of his left foot, so his...
Alabama's going to roll to their biggest win of the year. Three-pointer goes by Mays.
For LSU. Julius Mays, he'll try a three and he hits. Yeah, he is a 35% shooter from out there. Goodwin at the point. Hammock guarding him. Here's Mays now. Nice floater with the right hand. It goes down. And now Kentucky a 3-on-2. Mays for three.
On the drive, Mays found a wide open lane.
See, Brad, again, it's all because of Kyle Wilcher. A matchup.
Mays got an open three. Buried it.
A really good screen by Nerlens Noel.
And I think Wilcher got a piece of that ball, I guess. Lob underneath. Goodwin got it.
All started by the shot blocking and rim protection of Nerlens Noel. Boy, he continues to struggle. That's the one guy that they need to get going. Mays from the corner. The three ball is good. And a 5-point swing off the missed layup at the other end. 17 points in that overtime win in their last game. Mays with the three ball, knocks down his second one. And Jimmy, let me ask you this. They double-teamed Noel that time on the block. The knee is okay. And there's the dig down, and Noel doing such a good job of looking to the other sideline. 10 on the shot clock. Nice backdoor pass. Great execution by the Wildcats. 10 on the shot clock. There's Wilcher. Mays with an open look. And he got a very fortuitous bounce for three. He's got 11 in the ball game. All on the block. 3 on the shot clock. Mays just got it off in time. Huge. Those are daggers, folks. Absolutely huge by Mays. And again, Kentucky with the poise on the road to not feel the shot clock pressure and let it affect what they want to do. Mays, the former Horizon League Player of the Year when he was at Wright State, made a clutch bucket right there. Environment dictate what you should and should not do. And Julius Mays doesn't let it happen. Shot clock pressure is on him, but he gets his eyes up and realizes I have time for a lift, one bounce, and into a shot. And
Paulie Stein was on the bench. He's getting more minutes. He's a great addition because he's a stretch four for Kentucky.
How about Mays knocking down the three and got fouled by Ellington in the process? A 4-point opportunity coming up for the Cats.
Great penetration and the kick out. That's what Calipari's talking about when we got to subjugate ourselves.
And it has been all Kentucky since then. Mays fires. That's a three. Here's Archie Goodwin.
He doesn't see it.
Mays does. Fires and connects. Mays with his third three of the game. Give him a dozen game-high honors.
Pipeline. John Roach, Dunleavy, Kevin Joyce.
Mays will knock it down. 15 for Julius Mays. Came in averaging 9.
Emerging is the veteran of this team, making shots, making threes, big free throws down the stretch against Texas A&M. They're counting Liggins and Deron Lamb in the locker room. They're missing those voices on this version of Kentucky basketball.
There he is, the drive from Mays, the lob to Cauley Stein.
Pretty good post threat lately. Oh my goodness, are you kidding? Also in that sequence, did Archie Goodwin in fact pick up 2 personal fouls? And from this crowd, he has absolutely been a glue guy for this Kentucky team today.
5 of the recruits, or potentially 5 of the Kentucky recruits, were just named today to the Jordan Grand All-Star Classic. They only have so many guys, and they've got 5 of them. Opponents by 21 and a half, or average margin, I should say, of scoring, and that is tops in the country. With Mays for 3. Got it.
Great job attacking the pressure there. Moved the ball diagonally, got it to the open man.
All right, on the drive, reverse finger roll. Loose ball, picked up by Kentucky. They've got a 3-on-1. Mays will do it himself. So 5 straight points for Julius Mays.
Nice little drive by Mays right there.
That one, and Poitras pulls down the miss.
And that's a good point you made about Boynton. Only 2 field goals, but he's been unselfish. He's still playing defense.
There's a big 3 by Mays, his second one of this half.
One never saw him. Mays will trigger in, 14 to shoot. Gets it back, lines it up, knocks it down, a 3. Julius Mays on a crossover, double comes. Shovels it out for Mays, 8 to shoot. Mays against McBee, lines it up, buries the 3. Julius Mays is knocked down 2 from long range.
So much to be determined the rest of this month and into March for both of these teams.
Mays with the push shot. Julius Mays.
Almost knocking on the double-double. 7 points now and 8 rebounds, a couple of blocks for Stokes.
Catch and shoot. Jarvis Mays a triple.
Odom. The pass to Henderson is picked off. Cats have numbers. The lob and the slam as Goodwin flushes it down on the pass from Mays.
They looked that way here early on.
Mays, alley-oop to Cauley Stein. We watched him work on that in shoot-around today. They worked on it really hard.
First half.
Shot clock is at 7. Mays with it on the wing. Johnson cuts him off. 3 to shoot. Mays has to hurry. Fires and hits. Holy mackerel. Inside of 10, the shot clock for Kentucky. Mays, nice shot fake. Frees himself for a 3. That's how it's done. That's his second 3. Inside of 10. Shot clock winding down. Mays around Jeter. Lobs it up to Cauley Stein. How many times have we seen that tonight, Joe?
To Harrell. Harrell's got 10. Poitras has 7. Wilcher's got a couple of free throws, and that's the offense tonight for Kentucky. Until now, Julius Mays with a deep 3.
There's a little pass from Wilcher. Mays lets it go.
Mays has been solidly different cast of characters this year, and it seems like they're in good shape for an NCAA bid, but they got to finish reasonably well. Mays with a 3. Kentucky by 4. Not been out of control on very many occasions tonight. Harrell to miss. Cauley Stein with a big rebound. He's got a man. It's Mays.
What a terrific play by Willie Cauley Stein.
Poitras and Criswell really battling down low. Wilcher back in for Kentucky. Mays is open.
He can shoot it. He can flat out shoot it. Free ball, baby. A free ball.
Cauley Stein keeps it, now kicks it. 5 to shoot. Mays launches and hits.
He's feeling it, man.
Kentucky on the last possession.
It's big. The shot clock's going down. He's got a defensive player right in his face. And he delivers. A little smile on his face.
Mays off the back of the iron. Gets it back. Puts it in.
Nice play right there, Mays. Good offensive rebound. And then he finishes, finalizes.
Mays.
Ball movement.
Knocks
That's
it
nice.
home.
Good ball movement. It went inside, and
Poitras.
what a recovery from the weak side by Poitras.
Mays trying to make the Bulldogs pay, and he does. His second three. Give him 6 points. He couldn't remember the last time that happened. And he was brilliant. Hit 8 3-pointers.
Yeah.
He was efficient with his shot. Speaking of 3-pointers, there's Mays knocking one down. Poitras to Mays. Julius right down the lane and count the basket.
Knocked towards the sideline. Poitras the dive. And here come the Wildcats the other way.
They're playing to the crowd by diving on the floor so often.
Mays to the hoop with a floater.
This is going so well early on for Kentucky.
Stein on the bench with 2 fouls for Kentucky. Mays directing traffic. Trying to get Poitras involved here. Mays another long three. This one goes. Julius Mays from downtown, the senior, against Kentucky.
This is the guy they got to get on track from long range, Mays.
Now a switch. Murphy out front defending him. Shot clock at 15. Mays, they give him the open look, and he connects a three.
As I touched on, he's been struggling shooting the ball from long range.
We'll hit the 9-minute mark of this second half. It's an extended 15-3 run for Florida. Mays buries the triple.
Boy, does he have a pretty jumper, doesn't he? When he squares his body up, he gets great rhythm on the jumper, and Billy Donovan thought he was making a little run here until they couldn't find Mays on the perimeter.
That big number down the bottom, 2 of 12 outside the paint.
0 for 6 on perimeter jump shots. Mays knocks down his first look of the second half.
We stay in a hotel, and Kevin Stallings said no. Back to the dorm after a late night game last night, and I want every one of you in class.
Per year. They have not backed down from Kentucky's the name on the front of the jersey for 1 second.
Knocking down a three, though, from the corner is Julius Mays. What a time for Mays to pick up his first field goal of the night.